Good day once again, my highly esteemed viewers. You are welcome back to class. I many of you already know me. My name still remains Israel Egwai. Today we are going to carry out some chemical tests. First of all, for today's class, I'm going to carry out tests for copper 2 ions. Remember, if you are not subscribing to this channel, kindly do so because your subscription will keep the channel going. Share it to your friends, especially those of you that are preparing for this coming NECO. Even if you are not preparing for NECO, the other examination bodies need to conversant with this sort analysis, so that at a glance you can easily understand and write what you are asked to do. So today we are going to carry out the test on copper 2 ions. First of all, the method you are going to use is, remember these ones you are going to be placed in the table. You must draw a table in case of WAEC and NECO or any other secondary school qualifying examination. You must draw a table, but these ones we are just telling you the detailed one so that we want to understand it properly. Method: to sort sample, add water and stir. So this is the salt we have. The name of the salt is CuSO4, copper 2 tetraoxosulfate 6. So let's bring out the salt. So we are already taking from it. This is solid salt. You can see it there, blue. That's the color of copper. Add water and stir. So we have added water, we stir. This is how you stir. So it has dissolved. You see it. When it dissolves, you say it's soluble. It has dissolved in water. But in this case, we don't use that term. We just say it has dissolved in water. The solution is usually better here. Salt dissolves in water. So salt dissolves to give a blue solution. You can see the solution is blue. The next one, divide into 2 portions. So let's share it into 2. Make sure the quantity is reasonable, it's not too much. So you see we have shared into 2. Because this for the purpose of practice. In exam condition, you make sure the quantity is half of this. So we share it into 2. Then the first question, the first direction says, to first portion, add sodium hydroxide in drops and in excess. So where is our sodium hydroxide? This is our sodium hydroxide in drops and then in excess. You can see the sodium hydroxide. We are going to add it to this solution of copper 2 tetraoxosulfate 6. Add it, sodium hydroxide. You see it, blue precipitate, insoluble in excess. Look at it, still have thick layer. Blue precipitate in drops, insoluble in excess. So that is what we have for sodium hydroxide. Don't forget, if you add sodium hydroxide, first portion, add sodium hydroxide in drops and then in excess. You have blue precipitate in drops, comma, insoluble in excess. You follow my previous video, search it out, you see all the full test for a full table. So as I told you, this is how to understand it at a glance. So look at this. We are going to carry out the second one. Let's reduce the quantity. We are going to use to that one. So this is the quantity we are going to use. He said add ammonia. Let's still reduce it. Look at what we have here. Add ammonia. So second portion, add ammonia in drops and then in excess. This is our ammonia hydroxide, ammonia solution. Ammonia hydroxide solution. We add it like this. You can see it. It drops. You can see blue precipitate in drops, thick. Blue precipitate in drops. You must indicate it. Blue precipitate in drops. We add excess now. You see it has dissolved in excess to give a deep blue solution. You can compare with that of sodium hydroxide. You can see the 2 colors are different. This one is just blue precipitate in drops, insoluble in excess. That's it did not dissolve in excess. While this one is blue precipitate in drops, dissolve in excess. In drops there was a blue precipitate. In excess now it dissolved to give a deep blue solution. In drops it does not give a deep blue precipitate. The precipitate is similar to this. Light blue precipitate in drops, dissolve in excess to give a deep blue solution. Even if you say blue precipitate, it's also correct. So that's what we have in drops and then in excess. Remember, everything I wrote here, sodium hydroxide, I wrote aqueous. If you do not indicate aqueous in your WAEC or NECO or GC, they will mark it wrong because you are testing with a solid. They normally write TOS, test on solid. That's, you did not put it, you don't dissolve it in water. So whether it's solution or not, you must indicate aqueous, meaning you have dissolved it in water. Remember, when it is dissolved in water, that's the only way the ions can be made available to cause the color change. God bless you, my good friends. Please continue to subscribe. If you have not been subscribing, try to subscribe and share it to your friends also. As I told you initially, it's not the best only you will be benefiting from this channel, but